everyone, my name is Hana Tirtaningtias. So today I would like to explain a little bit about someone who known as a famous figure of Protestant Reformation. And who is he? So let's check it out to the next explanation. So Martin Luther is the one who known as a famous figure in Protestant Reformation, and he was born on 10 November 1483 in Eisleben, Saxony, located in modern-day Germany. And he was a German professor of theology, composer, priest, and also Augustinian monk. And he got married to Katharina van Bora, and he had 5 children, which named Paul, Hans, Margaret, Elizabeth, and also Magdalena. And do you know why he known as a famous figure in Protestant Reformation? So actually it is because he didn't agree and he rejected in several teaching and practice in Roman Catholic Church, and he disputed the view on indulgence. So when we talk about indulgence, so what is indulgence? So in the teaching of Catholic Church, an indulgence is a way to reduce the amount of punishment one and has to undergo for sins. Or the Catholicism of the Catholic Church describe an indulgence is like a remission before a God of the temporal punishment due to sins whose guilt has already been forgiven, and which the faithful Christian who is duly disposed gains under certain prescribed conditions and through the action of the Church. And as the minister redemption dispense and applies with authority and the treasure of the sanctification Christ and all of the saints. So what does it mean? So actually it's like the recipient or the one who received the indulgence need to do something, some action to receive that things. So based on my friend's story tells about indulgence. So she said that she explained that when she wanted to acknowledge her sins to someone who have a good position in the church, and then after that person will ask her to do something like they will do like a special prayers for many times as their punishment or something like that. So like indulgence, like do some action to receive that things, and or even they can also visit some place for did indulgence. So in conclusion, indulgence is like when you need to free from the punishment of your sins, you need to do some action, like you need to pray in special prayers based on the comment of someone who have a good position in the church, and then you need to do it to free from that punishment because of your sins. So it's like that. And then the next one, so actually why it started when Martin Luther rejected that thing. So actually it happens in 1516 when Johann Tetzel, a Dominican brother and papal commissioner for indulgence, was sent to the Germany by the Roman Catholic Church to sell indulgences to raise amount of money to rebuild Peter Basilia in Rome. And because they need a big amount of money, they also try to get a permission to sell of a special plenary indulgence. So after know that things, Martin Luther tried to write a letter as a rejection of that action, because he didn't want Christian things that indulgence can make them get salvation and free from the punishment from God. It's not like that, because he want to make Christian believe that every people with God, a salvation and free from the punishment if they did kindness in the entire of their life. So, moreover, even Luther only wants to tell about his opinion about indulgence, but because of that action, it resulted in the excommunication by the Pope and condemnation as an outlaw by the Holy Roman Empire. So actually, his work also became famous because the wider spread of his work, which is about the 95 thesis of 1517 that discuss about an academic of intelligence. So, in conclusion, why Martin Luther known as the famous figure in Protestant Reformation? Because as far as I know, the differences between Catholic and Protestant, it is because that thing. Because Protestant didn't agree with that action about indulgence that happened in Catholic, because they don't really support it, that things.
And in addition, so actually Katharina van Bora, or Martin Luther's wife, is a former nun, and it also becomes set a model for the practice of clerical marriage, allowing Protestant clergy to marry.
And okay, that's all about my explanation. And I do really apologize if I did a mistake for explaining about Martin Luther and also indulgence and etc. So that's all about my explanation. Have a nice day and thank you everyone. Goodbye.